Your ancestors' immigration into the U.S. was probably the most significant event in their lives. How can you learn about that? Stay tuned. My name is Mary. I'm an amateur genealogist who's been researching my family for 20 years. This video is all about immigration. This may be one of the most complex topics you will find during your journey to find your family history.
First, there are two very important points. Not everyone came through Ellis Island. Ellis Island opened in 1892. Before that, they landed at Castle Garden, which opened in 1820. The second point is that not everyone came through New York. One steamship line that boarded passengers in Germany headed straight for Baltimore. Fares to Canada were often cheaper than fares to the United States. Some of those who arrived in Canada stayed there. Others came south to the States. Many steamship lines offered a package deal that included both sea passage and inland rail fare to their destination. The B&O Railroad had a terminal right at Baltimore's wharf, so that passengers could get off the boat, get through processing, and get right onto the train.
Why did they come? Economic conditions, or war in the old country, encouragement from relatives that were already in the U.S. Many times, people in the U.S. paid the fare for their relatives to come over. And the U.S. was the land of opportunity. There were jobs to be had. There was land to buy.
Most immigrants came in steerage. The steerage area of the ship was once used to accommodate passengers, often placing hundreds together in a single large hold. Beds were routinely long rows of large shared bunks with straw mattresses and no bedding. Here are some of the significant points in the immigration law timeline. Until 1906, immigrants could apply for citizenship in any court, municipal, county, state, or federal. Each state had its own naturalization procedures. In theory, lower courts would forward documents to county courts or to state courts. That didn't always happen. What documents? The so-called first papers, the Declaration of Intent, required 2 years' residence in the United States. There were some courts that accepted a verbal request. No paperwork changed hands, but the request was recorded in the court transactions, most times. Beginning in 1906, this is a federal document. It has the most genealogically relevant information, including the last place of residence in a foreign country. The petition for naturalization could be filed 3 years after the first papers. A certificate of citizenship was issued once the petition is approved. Naturalization is voluntary. Many early immigrants did not become American citizens.
Where are these documents? As a rule, the National Archives does not have immigration papers filed in state or county courts. However, some of these records have been donated to the National Archives. Paperwork filed before 1906 may be found in county courts and archives, and in state courts and archives. Check their websites. You may find, however, that you must submit written requests for documents or information.
In 1819, the federal government began requiring passenger lists for all arrivals included the names of the ship's crew and passengers. Not all of these have been digitized, not all of them have been transcribed. Here are two samples. First, an arrival list from the Port of New York in 1887. As you see, they are handwritten, which often leads to difficulty in transcribing them. Here is a departure list from the Port of Hamburg, Germany. Handwriting in German can make them even more difficult to transcribe. Ancestry and FamilySearch.org probably have the largest database of passenger lists that have been digitized. Here are some other sources. You will find links to these in the description below. National Archives has several databases of immigrants from certain countries. The link will be in the description. Family Search has a good section to help you with this research. Ancestry.com has Ancestry Academy with multiple courses available.
You now have information and resources to help you find your immigrant ancestors. Links to all of the sites can be found in the description below. Please leave a question or a comment. Subscribe if you want to be notified when the next video is available. Thanks for watching. See you next time.